Hello to the hopefully one viewer who's watching this. Love that. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about the annexation of Puerto Rico, and not the one from the Remember the Giants film, because when I looked it up, it's the only thing that came up, so never seen that movie. Anyways, so this whole situation starts in February of 1898. I almost said 1998, which that would be historically incorrect and inaccurate. So, yeah. Um, Puerto Rico became independent from Spain because it was like during the Spanish and American War. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. Anyways, only a few years later. Oh, by the way, I'm looking down because I actually took notes for once. Yay! So only a few years later, the US kind of like messed that up because they were like, just kidding, we're going to come in and invade you because you've got some like pretty cool sugar market and your Spanish property, so we want to overthrow that. Love that. Anyways, Americans promised through the words of General would be a protection of life, liberty, and the happiness of their culture and their property and their civilians, basically. So, I was gonna make a pun, shouldn't do that. The Puerto Ricans who were poor, they sided with America because they were like, hey, like, these sound pretty cool, I really like that like idea because, you know, I'm poor, so like maybe I'll get some cash out of this. So they started to attack and destroy like Spanish owned businesses and their property because they're like basically just a big like screw you to the Spanish. So surprise surprise, Americans didn't keep their promise because we're a bunch of shady little people. And so wow, I'm the only one laughing. Okay. So in 1901, through the Insular Cases, I hope I'm saying that right. If not, then tough love, I guess. But they decided that Puerto Rico was filled with alien races and that they wouldn't be able to understand the Anglo-Saxon principles. And so the Americans also messed up their like coffee industry and their like because of like the sugar intake and stuff like that, so it kind of messed that whole thing up and it created mass poverty, which is the complete opposite of what they promised because Americans like to take things and be like, ooh, fun, and then just break it because we are children. And so after that happened, they didn't take Puerto Rico as a state, they just kind of had it in like a limbo type deal. So basically, they couldn't vote, they had almost no rights, and so, yeah, they couldn't vote for a president or elect voting senators or representatives in the US Congress because they weren't a part of the United States, like they weren't a state at all, they were just in the middle. And yeah, so during the 20th century they tried to win over some of their own islands, so they tried to become more independent that way, and it didn't work either because no matter how many people voted, the only votes that would count would be in the US Congress. And so because of that, it just like it did nothing. So there's still like, even like now, the last update was in like 2017 where they like with the Hurricane Maria, that like caused like mass destruction and a bunch of things had to be rebuilt. Even today they still aren't a state, and like they're saying that it's like unlikely that it would happen for them to become a state, at least like not in our lifetime anytime soon. And yeah. Many people just like say that they don't think we're going in that direction of having Puerto Rico as a state, which my personal opinion on it is that you should either just let it be independent or take it in as a state, because taking it in as a state may or may not be beneficial. Like, it might like cause like a bit more protection, and it cause a bit more like more, don't know what I'm saying, might cause a bit more like less poverty. So there would be less poverty, in my opinion, even though there's still like Americans who are poor and Americans who have poverty, I guess. So, yeah, I just think that you should let them be an independent state, because then they'll be able to build themselves up, because like they can thrive off of that, and with their sugar and their like industries, they can still like gain profit that way if they are an independent state, not a state, an independent country, I guess, or like island or whatever. So that's just my personal opinion on it. So I think that concludes this video. It's probably going to be a short video, and once it's graded, it will be taken down, because yeah. Well, if anyone else comes across this, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and yeah, so let's hope this video doesn't get copyrighted from the music. Have a great day.